just might be what this sinking.
When talking about essential VR experiences, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners has got to be part of the conversation, no matter who you're talking to, whether it's a Quest owner, a PCVR player, or those who get their fix via either of Sony's PlayStation VR headsets. And yes, even the jerry-rigged original PSVR offers a decent survival action experience if you can get over the controller compromises. Personally, I've played The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners mostly on the Meta Quest 2 up until now. I did buy into the original PSVR version, which proved to be a wise investment, and more on that in a moment, but the best version was the Quest 2 release, simply for the fact I could play wire-free and with proper stick movement controls. Now we have the PSVR 2 version, which takes the original and reworks it for Sony's latest VR headset, in the process making it the definitive version. If you own the PSVR original, you can upgrade to the PSVR 2 version by way of the Tourist Edition add-on. So, by upgrading your PS4 base game to the Tourist Edition, you then get access to the PS5/PSVR 2 version. It's a fairly cheap upgrade, costing around £8 or $10, and that's true even if you only own the game via the PS Plus giveaway. Not bad at all, and considering I didn't really play the original PSVR version that much, but I paid full bloody price, I feel like I'm finally getting my money's worth. One of my biggest gripes with the game on the original PSVR was with the light-based control system. With the PS Move 1s lacking the proper movement input, the developers put together a control scheme that demanded players play mental gymnastics while trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. All too often, I would panic and fumble in the worst moments, which would lead to me not being able to move how I wanted to escape a situation. Or, worse yet, I'd drop my life-saving weapon and resign myself to being Walker Grub. It was frustrating, and after a couple of hours, I gave it up, and I later moved on to the Quest version. These complaints are no longer valid on PSVR 2 now that we finally have decent controllers with proper sticks, but that's an experience I've been able to enjoy on the Quest 2. What I haven't been able to enjoy is just how gruesome the game's world really is. It's only after spending a dozen hours or so in the PSVR 2 version that I'm now able to fully appreciate just how much was cut away to get the game running on the Quest. I'm seeing details I never knew existed, and I'm being pulled further into the game's world and story for it. It's transformative, honestly, and the super clean image presented in the headset only serves to heighten the immersion further. Honestly, it's bloody brilliant, even if it's a little scary at times. Yes, I'm a wuss, and I make no bones about it, but the fact I'm still heading out each day to scavenge supplies to ensure my survival is a testament to just how good the gameplay is. There's a reason The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is part of that conversation, and it's not just getting by on brand name alone. The physics-based combat is brutal, whether you're braining the undead with a knife or lopping their heads off with an axe. It's deliberately heavy, and you feel the push and pull of every encounter. It's not just the undead that you'll have to contend with though, because as we've all been conditioned to know, the real scum in any zombie media is the human element, and that's also true in Saints and Sinners. You can work with or against the human factions to complete your goals and meet your own personal needs. Accept a mission, complete it, and get a reward, or skip the busy work, pull your sheriff revolver out, and eliminate the human element and get the instant reward. That's up to you, though it's not always obvious if this shortcut will work. Some missions become impossible to complete if you go down the wrong path, though story essential missions that carry the narrative forward will always take place, no matter what choices you make. It doesn't make the side missions any less worthy, mind you. Often the side missions will play into the main story and serve to help make your ongoing survival a little bit easier. Complete them and you'll have an easier time, whether it's via a key to a locked door, codes to a safe full of goodies, or just some helpful information. Skip over them in favour of wanton violence and you'll have to cowboy up and do things the hard way. Which I did plenty. One element that doesn't hold up and kind of brings the immersion down a touch is the AI. The zombie AI is fine. They'll shuffle around like mindless gorms. Tap your gun against a metal object and you'll attract them over to you. Throw a ratty shoe round a corner and they'll follow the noise like the dead idiots they are. Humans, however, are a little stranger. For the most part, they act fine enough and as expected, though at other times I was left baffled by their behaviour. After sneaking into a faction's property, I loudly announced myself with my revolver. Those in the immediate vicinity fought back and died, suckers. But those just a little off in the distance, but well within hearing and seeing range, just stood at their posts and didn't do anything. I could even walk up to them after killing their mates, and they just tell me I shouldn't hang around too long. Ironically, when the living are killed by zombies or by anything other than a brain kill, they'll reanimate as walkers, and only then do they really feel as if they belong in the world. All said and done, after a dozen or so hours of comfortably walking and running around its world, shooting and slashing my way through its story, and surviving each day, despite the increase in zombies and the ever-dwindling supplies, Saints and Sinners is an excellent game, and this PSVR 2 release is a must-play for any owner of the headset. If you've played before on anything other than a high-end PC, you have not seen the potential this game always had. And that is the end of this review. Thank you for watching, as always. If you enjoyed this video and you want more, go on down below, hit the like and subscribe buttons. We will have a lot more PSVR 2 reviews in the near future. You should also give the bell icon a ding so that when we do have new stuff, you'll get notified. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.